Hello everybody, it is Mia. I am here tonight with a fun, let's see here, with another fun project. I hope you are excited. I am going to get my screen set up here so that I can see everything that you guys are seeing. And we will get ready. I have two items here, and if you are here, please say hello so that I know that you are here, and you know, we can say hi and all that fun stuff. I don't know why I have the hardest time recently with technology, and I am a technology nerd, so I am not sure what is going on. But anyways, all right, so I've got two items here. This is a chalk couture item. It's one of our new surfaces. It's got chalk couture written on the bottom. It's one of the homes. This is just an MDF wood cutout that I have I've had for a little bit. And Facebook is not going to let me log in on my laptop, so I won't be able to see who's here. You guys, what I need you to do is, if you're here, say hello. Drop a 1 if this is your first time watching, or first time seeing me. I'm going to try a different browser. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. I am not apparently internet savvy tonight, which, you know, if you know me, I love technology, so it's a little frustrating when it doesn't happen. All right, so this is a chalk couture surface. This is just a heart cut out in MDF that I bought from a site. But I was on we have what we call a designer studio, and it basically is where us designers can go on from chalk couture and post, you know, inspirational photos or projects that we've done or whatever it is. And Sage Roberts with Vintage Charm Creations posted this super cute photo of a heart cutout that she had, the home, and it had a little ribbon, and it used some of the transfers that we have, and I just thought it was the cutest thing. And so I asked for her permission if I could borrow the design, if I could steal it basically and do it myself, and she was generous enough to say yes, absolutely. Now, one thing I will say, so if you ever go to her site, you'll see it on there. It's Vintage Charm Creations with Sage Roberts. But one thing that I will say, her heart was a little bit bigger, and I think that it works better than what I have, but this is what I have, and I just want to do it so that you guys can kind of get an idea of what is possible. And also, I mean, just to show you guys, you know, these are great client gifts if you're a real estate agent, a closing attorney, you know, whatever your profession is. If you've got something dealing with homes or home buying, or, you know, where people are on travel and then they come home. Hey, Missy. This is just such a great gift for them. So I am going to use my beloved Dixie Belle paint here. This is fluff. So it looks white, but if you would hold it up to a pure white, you would see that it is actually a little bit creamier. Not much, but it does... It's almost a pure white, but it's slightly off. So what I'm doing, because Sage and I both have the love for the vintage look, we just do. And so she speaks my language. So many of her projects and stuff just speak to me. This one especially, you know, my husband's a real estate agent, and so we're always trying to think of fun things for clients or different things to do. And when I saw this, I thought, oh my gosh, if you ever run into, and you don't have to do it, I was going to say, if you ever run into anybody who likes that rustic or the vintage or the rehab look, you know, shiplap type look, this would be perfect for them. But you could also do it in very traditional colors as well. It doesn't have to be in this style. And that's kind of what I love about chalk couture, as you guys know. You know, I'll do it one way or steal it from Sage in one way. And then another designer will come along and use the exact same transfer, but it'll look totally different. Missy, I got it. I'll send it to you later, but it's a website called Craft Deals, and Deals is spelled with a Z. So CRAFTDEALZ, Craft Deals. And they have a ton of cutouts in different things. Some of them are actual wood. Okay, I did get some wood blocks from them that are hearts, but they're very thick. And I don't know what type of wood. I am not a wood person, so I can't tell you. This is more MDF. I do know that. More of an MDF, and it's very thin. But it's perfect for the backdrop. And I, you know, when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the perfect project for my hearts, because I was trying to figure out what to do with my hearts because I didn't use them all for Valentine's Day. So it was kind of like, oh my gosh, when I saw it, I thought, Sage, you are a genius. This is exactly what I need to do. So I'm trying to get, my Facebook did let me in. You know, they do that two-thing authentication, and so I use my cell phone and my iPad to do this, so I can't authenticate, because if I did, I would have to get rid of my downward view that I have. All right, now I'm going to use Dixie Belle, and I've got Stormy Seas is what I'm going to use here. I wish I had a darker gray. Maybe I do, and I just don't realize it. She did hers in almost like a gray black, I want to say. And it was beautiful. And so I kind of want to mimic that. I don't want to go totally black because the ribbons I'm using are browns and creams and whites. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, I just have dried sage. Okay, so we are going to utilize, I could mix some colors, I guess, but all right, we're going to utilize what I have. Stormy Seas. Okay. Hi, Amy. How are you? I appreciate you guys jumping on. Okay. Let's see if I can get this can open. Oh my gosh. I know, Missy. Go ahead and yell at me and tell me I should put Vaseline around the top of it. I know. You are more than welcome to yell at me while I do this, because how many times do I get on a live and I'm like, I can't open it. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, the house, this heart, so the house is on the Chalk Couture. The heart is a different company. It's that Craft Deals company. So I'll have to look and see what my order was, to be honest with you. I can't remember. I can measure it if you want, because I might end up having to, all right. Let's see here. It's kind of hard because it's a little wonky, but it's about 12 inches by 7 inches. Okay. Does that, yeah, you were thinking about the Vaseline? I know. I'm horrible. All right, let's see if I can get this thing open. All right, let's see here. All right, so tomorrow's hump day, right? Tomorrow's Wednesday, you guys? Oh my gosh. Hey, Rudy. He's been working out. He can do this. I know. I'm like sweating. Let's see if I have any acrylic paints that are browns. Dark granite. Ooh, that would be pretty. Maybe I just do that. I love my Dixie Belle, but you know what? When I cause my own problems, then that's shame on me. Okay. All right, we're just going to do that. I think, okay. You're welcome, Missy. And I'll look up my order and see what I have. That's an umber. Okay, so let's see what this color is. If you guys can see, this is, oh yeah, that'll be pretty. This is cardboard, is what comes in our shipments. I usually save them and then use them for painting and different things. Okay, yep, this is what we're doing. It'll just take 2 coats. It's just a cheap acrylic paint, but it's, you know, you want some type of dark, I like the dark gray look. Dark gray, dark brown, something to offset the transfer we're going to put on it. Or you can keep it white. Like I said, you know your house or your friends or whatever style much better than I do. All right, guys, I'm gonna go, okay. Oh no, all right. Sorry, my computer's being funky. I'm trying to make it so I can see y'all's comments because sometimes I use a program called Switcher Studio to do this picture-in-picture, and so then that way you guys can see there's actually a person here. Oh, you're right. It is Ash Wednesday. Lent starts tomorrow. Oh, gosh, that's a good point. You know, I was raised Catholic, so I should know that. But I had forgotten. Oh, my gosh. Are you giving anything up for Lent since you brought it up? Anything? I probably should, but I haven't done it in years. Not since I was little. Okay. Yes, Missy, it is great for painting on. It just kind of makes it nice because then you're kind of recycling in a way, which is wonderful. Okay, I am going to let this set for a second and let this start to dry because I'm going to do another coat because you can see it's a little streaky. So I'm going to do another coat. Same thing with this one. We're going to go through. Now, the great thing about the Dixie Belle paint is it dries super fast because it is also a chalk-based paint, like our chalk paste that we use with our transfers that we have as a product. So because of that chalk in there, the air hits it and it just dries it out. And so it's wonderful if you do want it to dry quickly because you just paint it and keep going. Not so much, I guess, if you want it to not dry quickly, but for these purposes, for my little crafting projects, this is why I always use Dixie Belle because I don't have to sit and wait for it. Most of the time, it's just sitting there waiting for me. All right, and then I am going to take my little sandpaper to this. You guys know I can't just let this be pure white. I've got to take and add, and I do a lot. I'll do a little bit around the edges up here and different things. But, right, Missy? Ice cream. Oh my gosh. What's your favorite ice cream? You have some ice cream sandwiches in the freezer. They actually sound kind of good right now. You know, it's funny. I'm not much of an ice cream lover unless I'm out and there's like ice cream cones. Like you can go to it. Like I love going to an ice cream shop and getting an ice cream cone, like a waffle cone, and then getting ice cream to eat, which usually I don't get very crazy with the flavors, but I do love that. What's your favorite flavor? Okay, let's see here. I'm going to try to go back to the, we're going to let that dry for a second. Okay, we're going to move this over, let this dry. I'm going to hit this with the blow dryer. Do another layer, and then I promise we're going to get to the chalk couture portion here shortly. But I mean, as you guys have seen, a lot of my projects, truly the longest part is sometimes the prep, is getting all the other, you know, the other stuff done, not the chalk couture part. I'm glad I found this acrylic paint though, because it's almost, you know, it matches a little bit better of what I was shooting for. But now I'm wondering, we'll have to see. I know gray is a neutral color, but I'm not doing a very good job of, I'm running over the edges here. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up painting the edge here. I'm one of those people, I don't like unfinished sides or edges, and I didn't do a very clean sweep of it the first time, so it's run over. And I don't mind it so much if that happens on the back side. I don't love it, but most likely that back side is not going to be in a place that people see. And so I'm okay because it's not seen, I guess. Whereas these sides, depending on where it's placed, you know, could be seen. Okay, we're just going to finish this up. Okay. All right. We'll come down the side. We'll rough up that heart a little bit, and then you guys will see this all start to come together. Like I said, the one that Sage had, her heart was a little bit bigger. She has a, what is it, like a jigsaw, whatever, that cuts out wood and stuff, so she can custom size hers. She's crafty like that. I do not. I just buy mine. Okay. I love it. I love actually painting these surfaces that we have because it makes it, just gives them a whole nother dimension. All right, I'm going to go ahead and paint the bottom. It's going to cover up our logo, but that's okay. Anybody who knows me knows that it's most likely a chalk couture surface. This way it'll give it a kind of a finished look down here too. Okay. All right, we're going to let that settle. I am going to just put this here for right now. I'll put this here so people know that way. Okay, guys. All right, scroll saw. Thank you, Jackie. You're so smart. You're so smart, Jackie. All right. Okay, guys. All right, I'm just looking for the comments because, like I said, sometimes it's so weird. Sometimes it shows me all the comments, and sometimes not so much. And so I just don't want you guys to feel like I've, you know, ignored or missed or whatever. Okay, looks like we are good. All right. So now I'm just going to take my sandpaper, and now if I wanted to do like a layered look, I could have put another color underneath, but this MDF color, the dark brown, like this is what it looks like underneath, is fine for me. It gives it kind of that, you know, rough look. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of just going around the edges. If I can get a pretty nice little, it's still a little wet. I might want to wait a second. Let's give it a second. Oh, Linnea, thank you. Thank you for sprinkling the love. I really do appreciate it. Yay, we're at 7 people. I'll tell you this, if we can get up to 20 people, I will do a giveaway. Just let me know that you sprinkled the love, and I'll put your name in a drawing. How about that? If we get to 20. 20, 20, 20. And it's still a little wet right there, so it... I'm just getting a little bit. got a little weird up here with this little area, so I just want to try to offer. I don't need it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is it got a little heavy-handed up here. I'm gonna hold on and see if I can fix this just a little bit. Okay. All right. Let me hit this with blow dryer. Missy, yes I do actually. I do. Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate it. Missy, I think part of my joy is just I can envision you on the other side, like literally like, no. But look, I do have one, see? But it's not a high grit or anything. So it kind of, I just, you know, I prefer my little sandpaper. Okay. And I just added just a little bit, you guys. I mean, it's tiny. Little areas, as you can see, that look a little chippy. Down here, there's a little bit. So it gives it just kind of a unfinished look. Okay, so next thing we want to do is I need to wax on, wax off. Okay. I know, Missy. I just used it, but it's not a heavy grit, so I get better with the sandpaper than I do my block. I know. You can yell at me. All right, so again, with the Dixie Belle theme, I use Dixie Belle Best Dang Wax, okay, in the clear. It looks white, but it goes on clear. And the reason I use this is I have found it does not yellow over time. With some woods, the Minwax I found yellowed over time. And this is just a nice waxy layer. It will last me a really, really long time, which makes my life so much easier. So, and I'm going to do that over here as well. Even though, to be honest with you, when you paint a surface, especially with acrylics, a lot of times that's enough primer in itself to kind of give you that nice barrier to clean anything up in case there are mistakes. Because that's really why you're waxing. You're doing it to protect both your surface and your transfer, because your transfer can be very sticky. And if it's too sticky, the backing of that transfer can stick to the surface. So that wax helps give it a protective layer. And then it also helps you if you have a mistake, that you can clean up that mistake much easier because there's that protective layer there, and it's not soaking into the wood or what have you. Okay, so I'm going to move these, get this distraction out of the way. Out of the way, out of the way. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys. If this is your first time watching, please let me know. I would love to say hello and answer any questions that you may have. All right. So for the simple thing, so with this block, there is a matching transfer. And you can see this actually, maybe if I do it like this, is meant to give a design to the block. It's cut perfectly for it. But Sage had such a great idea. You guys, I'm almost stealing her idea almost identically because I just loved it so much. But this is, so I'm going to turn it on its side and add like little accent marks on here. So I'm going to add a little bit of fuzz to the back of my transfer. This also helps keep a little bit of the stickiness away. Like I said, that it can be so sticky. All right, and I'm going to do this in like a chocolate, I think. Because I want it in like, I'm just thinking, you guys, here I am. I'm like smelling my transfer. Do you see me? Sometimes they smell so good. I hope that's purple. I'm looking at my colors here. Trying to find... I almost want, I know I just bought it, the grayish. You guys know the grayish color? Have you seen it? Hold on, guys. Let me look at the colors. Storm is 2. Maybe Storm. Maybe I'll stick with the grays. Okay, so the reason I'm kind of debating, you guys, so I had this mocha color, which I love because I had these cute little ribbons. This is chocolate and this is brown and black and like a mocha colored polka dot. She had added these cute little ribbons to the top of it. But I'm thinking I might not do that. I might try something else. I think I'm going to go with like the gray and white tones, you guys. I think I am. I love the idea of using the browns, but I think because I went so gray with this that, oh, do you pronounce your name Linnea? Am I saying that right? Let me know if I'm saying that right. I don't want to mispronounce your name. I have a name that gets mispronounced all the time, so I get it. But I appreciate you joining me. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a couple of rows of this. Okay, you guys. Just to add some dimension. All right, I'm going to lay this down, and I'm going to try to get all the air bubbles out. Now, here's a little designer trick. Because I don't want to do the whole thing, and I don't want to get overexcited and accidentally go into a row I don't want. I think I'm going to tape off with painter's tape the top and the bottom of where I don't want to go into. That way, if I accidentally overshoot, then I've just done the painter's tape. It hasn't hurt anything. Okay, because this is kind of a wonky heart, it's hard to make sure that my lines are straight, and I don't think there's any great way of doing that. I think it's just is what it is. Okay. I think that's good. Linnea. Okay, great. Thank you. I'm so glad I pronounced that correctly. All right, so this one is Storm. Oh, good. I already have one that's open, so let's see. All right. Let's see. Oh, look. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys this. I have not used this paste in a while. See how clumpy and kind of yucky it is? That's okay. So, Linnea, are you familiar with chalk couture at all? Or did you just kind of stumble across me and go, I wonder what that girl's doing? Most of the time people have heard of it possibly, and they just watch different videos, but it always interests me. To be honest with you, that's kind of how I got introduced to the company, is I stumbled across it watching videos of somebody doing it, and I was like, oh, that is really cool. I want a creative outlet. I want something to do that can, these projects, they can take 2 minutes. They can take, an hour, 2 hours, depending on how big and crazy you want to get. And I wanted a creative outlet where I could choose that. And then I decided, oh, I can make a business of this? Sure. You want to pay me to craft? Absolutely. So I did. All right, let me turn my little thing around here. Okay. So I've mixed it up. I added a little bit of distilled water. They recommend distilled because there's no telling what's in our tap water. And there are some things in our tap water that can cause mold and mildew and mess with the chemicals of the paste. And so it's just easier to say distilled. I used, and I still use sometimes, depending on if I have any distilled tap water or distilled water in my house, my tap water. And it's worked fine. That's just the recommendation. So you do you. You do whatever you think, but just know that if you do have issues with your paste having mold or mildew inside of it, it could be due to the water that you're using. Okay. All right, guys, are you ready for this reveal? This is the best part, right? Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I decided to go with that gray. Okay, you guys, I know it's hard because of the lighting, but look. Look at that. Okay. Then I wonder if was going to say, I wonder if I could add, because I just need like one more. Let's see if I can line this up. Because this top one didn't go all the way over. Let's see. Watch me mess this up. So this is what I get. I just want to do one little thing. Oh, no, it worked. Okay. And I'm going to do one more down here. Just to add a little bit more dimension. Now, I didn't clean this because you can use it, you know, a couple of times before you have to wash it. It just, the screen can start to get clogged. And so if it does smear or doesn't transfer as pretty as it did the first time, it's probably because the screen got clogged a little bit. Some transfers are better than others with doing multiple uses at once without cleaning, but figured it's worth the try and the shot. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so now all I do is I pull this painter's tape off, and then I'm going to put this transfer into a water bath. Too, because I do nails and there are always new ways to do things. Yes! That is so true. I always like looking at the different designs for nails. I am not that talented. There's no way on that small surface I could create something beautiful. And I'm hard on my hands. I'm always like, oh, I need a manicure or whatever, and I should get more of them, but I'm always hard on my nails. Okay. So can you guys start to see it come together a little bit? All right, look. So I have the design here and here. It's just giving a nice little backdrop because we're going to end up placing this here, and you'll be able to see a little bit of it on this side, right? Or if you had it on a mantle, you could literally just, you know, place it wherever. Oh, no worries. I misspell things all the time. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Vicki. Thank you for joining. All right, so we're going to put this aside. This is project number 2. I'm looking at my ribbons too because I have so many ribbons, but a lot of them are in a bag. So what I might have to do is do the ribbon later and add it so you guys can see it. All right, so this is the transfer I'm going to use for this one. It is super cute. All right. All right. So our transfers come with these lines on them. I'm going to show this to you. See how there's a line right there? Those are cut lines, meaning that you can cut the transfer into pieces. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. How old is your son? My son used to do these lives with me. He would either moderate my lives or actually physically come on with me. He's going to be 13 in May. So he's not as involved as he used to be, but if you look at some of my older videos, you'll see him back when he was a little bit younger. All right, so you can actually cut these any way you want, but just don't cut in the screen mesh area because it will ruin the transfer and the design. All right, I'm just putting that on the fuzzing cloth a little bit real quick. Okay, and this, I'm trying to decide if I want to put the little heart up here, and I might, just because it'll bring the two things together. We'll see. All right, and I'm just gonna do this in white. Oh, he's 6. Hello. Thank you for watching. What a fun age. Okay. All right, guys, let me make sure. You know what? I'm going to get my big stir stick because our multi-tool. All right. Because every time I try to use one of my stir sticks, they stop selling these large containers. There might be a few available still in our back office until they eventually sell out. It was a great concept. It was meant for like when we have classes and stuff. That way you have a lot. But the problem is when you start to get near the bottom, if you don't have a large stir stick or our multi-tool, it's hard to kind of get in there and mix it all up. Okay. So you want it to be like a yogurt type consistency. It's gonna not run like an acrylic paint. Okay, it's not gonna be as runny as an acrylic paint, but it's not gonna be as thick as like a Play-Doh. You want it to be, oh, Linnea, that's so sweet. Thank you. I love the heart too. I appreciate your thoughts and sharing them. And so you want it to be like yogurt or cake icing or something like that. All right, for this, all of our transfers, they come on this backing sheet, and this side is shiny, this side is dull. You always want to put your transfer back on the shiny side, but sometimes when you're in a rush or hurry, it can be kind of hard to remember. So I always write on the back side the name of the transfer. Love brings us home. So that way, after I clean it, because we can use our transfers multiple times. And so after I clean it, I'll know, oop, don't put it on this side, it goes on the other side. You want to do it on the non-writing side. So it's just a little trick to help with storage and cleanup. So that way you know that you're doing it correctly. Okay, so we've got this here. Now I'm going to grab another squeegee. And we're going to get some of this white. I think the white's going to just pop right up against that gray, and it's going to kind of match the white over here and bring the two together. And I'll probably do the heart in white too, to be honest. I could do it in red, but I'm really just going with this gray and white theme. Kind of that monotone look. All right, so again, we put the paste on and then we scrape off and we put all that excess right back in the container. And it doesn't matter if you go up and down, side to side. It doesn't really matter, doesn't care. That's the other great thing. I always, if you notice, I usually cover up my pastes as soon as I'm done using them. Oh, I was gonna do that heart. Because we don't want them to dry out. Again, they do have chalk in them and they love to eventually dry out. Okay, you want to pull evenly. Look at that. Oh my gosh, what do you guys think? Type the word love if you are loving this design. Type the word love if you are just loving this. Hi Cindy, how are you? Okay, you guys, I'm going to do the little heart at top. And then what I might do is leave you guys for a second to grab my bag of ribbon and see what I can find. Is that centered? Does that look centered? Oh, you know what we can do? Look, watch. This is an old sewing trick I used to do. I used to take fabric to find the center, fold it in half. So now I have a crease. This is the center, right? So if I just line that up, then it should be the center of my block. And that way I don't have to measure. Ha-ha, my sewing, oh, thanks, Missy. My sewing days are paying off. Oops, I threw my squeegee in that water too soon, but I have another one. Oh gosh, my fingers. Okay, that wasn't dry yet, and I'm sticking my fingers into it. Sorry, guys. All right. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is just too sweet. All right, I'm gonna grab my bag of ribbons, and we're gonna see if we can create like a cute little ribbon to somehow, but look, this is so far the design. And then we just attach a little ribbon up here or somewhere, I think. Let's see here. Let me grab my ribbons and we can see if we can find some that match, because my browns and black, brown, and cream and cocoa polka dots are not going to match anymore. They're just not. So I do have black, right? I have this black ribbon. And when I say I have a bag of ribbon, you guys, okay, I am not kidding. Like Christmas time at Michael's, is a dangerous place for me for ribbon. Because they always put ribbon on sale, and it just, it ends up, you know, I end up buying all the ribbons, even if I don't need them, because they're just so stinking pretty and glittery and, you know, all the things. So let me see if I can quickly find some ribbon that we can use, and you guys can kind of get the idea here. I don't know if I have, a lot of mine tend to be traditionally, you know, Christmas or other colors like these. Like, I mean, hello, how could I not buy that ribbon? You guys, I mean, it's a little crazy. A little crazy. So hang with me for a second, you guys. I should be able to either find or not find something we can use here quickly. I actually had a ribbon making class for some of my teammates. I had a friend come in and teach us. Oh, it's blue. It's blue. Okay, so what I'm thinking though, just to give you guys an idea, I mean, we could do the red. Oh, thank you, Teresa. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Okay, you guys. Oh, Linnea, that's so nice. I appreciate him. Okay, guys, I've got, all right, look at this. I've got, I mean, literally, it would be help if I reorganized my ribbons. So I've got this, which is kind of a fun, this would be pretty up against this. I wish I had like a black and white polka dot or plaid, and I'm sure I do in this bag of goodies. Oh. Look it. But it's got the brown. I don't want the brown. I don't want the brown. Okay. I will dig through this a little bit later to finish up, but hopefully you guys are getting the idea. Okay, so if I take, let me see if I can find, all right, so, and I could rough up the edges here too. Use the polka dot one. You like this one with the brown even? Okay. So, and I gotta remember how to do ribbon. All right, so if we do this and back up, and there is a way of just doing it, right? I'm gonna do it very, very simple. I know a more complex way of making ribbons, but for this, all right, so there's a layer, right? If my friend Suzanne, who taught me how to do ribbons, is on here, she's gonna be like, Mia, what are you doing? Okay, I can't seem to find where my ribbon wire is. Where is it? I've got it in here somewhere. As you guys can see how prepared I am for this? All right, so we've got that. But does that go with, I don't know if that goes with that. And this is softer ribbon, so it's going to be harder to control. But that is the other thing we can do. Okay, so this is the other concept, right, that we can do. Is you can almost just, you know, you do it, you make it like an M. No, the first one. What was the first one? Oh, the brown and black one? You think that'll go okay? Oops. Nope. Hold on, guys. I may not have cut it long enough. I hate it when I do that. Okay. Oops. You make like two ends And then you just tie it like you're tying your shoelace. I don't think I made it long enough. But you can, whoopsie. Oh, Lordy. I don't think I got it long enough. Maybe if we just do this. How did we do? You guys, how is this done? I have made such complex ribbons, and now all of a sudden I'm fighting with how to do a simple ribbon. This is hilarious. Okay, here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh, I was just trying to make it more complicated than it really needed to be. All right, so we're just gonna do a simple ribbon here. I don't know, this might be too busy. And we're not gonna have a long tail. Right, so we do one layer here. Right, and then we do the same thing with this one. So the black one, and you just layer, and you can do any one of those little bodacious ribbon things. Let's see. Oh, the brown and black and one. Yeah, that might be good. That might be a good one. What I might end up doing is doing it offline, because this will end up frustrating everybody, I think, sitting here watching me piddle with this, trying to make it work. Because I had one idea in my head for the ribbons, and I had the sizes picked out, and I knew exactly how I was going to make it. But now these sizes are different, and it makes it a little bit harder to make them. But see, and so then, or you could just make just this one. Okay, and then let me cut this one. And this will at least give you guys an idea. And then you put this in a different way, right? And you just start building. So if I had that polka dot one too, I could literally throw that one on here, and you just start having different layers of the bow. Andrea, hey! How are you? You're joining me during my frustrating bow making. So Sage Roberts posted this project earlier today in the designer studio. Total props to her, because I was like, oh my gosh, I had these hearts. Now hers was a little bit bigger, so the dimensions went a little bit better than mine. But I had this heart left over, and I was like, what am I going to do with it? You know, now that Valentine's Day is over, I mean, you can use hearts, but makes it a little bit harder, you get it? A little bit harder to use the hearts after Valentine's Day. So, oh, thank you, Teresa. I appreciate it. How is Key West, by the way, Andrea? Oh my gosh. How is Key West? Okay, guys. Do you hang it up? Okay, so you could. So I could totally figure out a way. I don't know if I could glue it. This is pretty heavy and this heart is not. So I could either glue it, or if you had a 3-tiered tray, you know, those 3-tiered trays that people are totally in love with, you could put this in front, right? Put this up behind it and then add the little bows. You could, oh, thanks, Andrea. You could put it like just at the front door, like as a door table. I call them table sitters. As a table sitter, you could, I mean, you know, there's so many different things. You ready? You ready to move? No, not unless you keep coming to events and I get to see you. That's the only way that it will let you move. I guess the Key West isn't that far away. But yeah, so there's a couple of different things. I would probably use it in a 3-tier tray, to be honest with you, and put it up that way. Otherwise, I would probably move it down a little bit and then have it where it's glued. Maybe just glue it here somehow. Or you could drill something so, you know, from the back side. That's the other thing you could do, is drill and connect them that way, if that makes sense. So anyways, super cute. I love it. I just love the idea of it. I just love the backdrop and everything. So, yes, I will have pictures of it when it's completed, Linnea, I promise. I usually do. But I just wanted to show you guys, you know, or pass along this idea, this design idea. I just love it so much. I just don't know what I'm going to do with the ribbons just yet. Maybe I'll end up tying one across. I don't know. That's something that I got to figure out and play with. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. Yeah, I think it's going to end up being just little ribbons. But anyways, just wanted to pass it along. I hope you guys enjoyed this craft. If you did, please sprinkle the love. I do have a VIP group where oftentimes I will sell. I have a boutique, so I sell some of the stuff there. But I also offer it in my VIP group for special prices. And sometimes I offer discounts, deals, and different things in that VIP group. Just go to Facebook and type in Chalk with Mia VIP, and it will get you to the Facebook site. I'm also on Instagram at Chalk with Mia. All right, guys. Oh, I know, Andrea. I was going to say that would be very hard for you. You're such a family lover. You're really close with your family. So, all right, guys. I appreciate you tuning in, and I hope that you have a wonderful evening. Okay, bye.